What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Project Ozone. Oh yeah, guys. So, last episode, we had the problem where the quest wouldn't complete the Battlesuit armor, and I completed it, and we moved on, but you guys are telling me it wasn't completed because I made the wrong armor. Yep, so I uncompleted this quest. As I completed it before, you go into the HQM edit, you can shift-click it or whatever to complete. You can do it again to uncomplete it. This one down here still is complete, so we don't... Well, maybe if it gives us a reward, we're just going to throw it away because we've already gotten the reward from both of these. But anyway, these are the glowy versions. I didn't realize that was a different tier of the armor. That's why it didn't work. Yeah, I never used Quantum Flux before. I don't know these things. It doesn't say in the quest book, hey, you have to craft the second tier. It doesn't say this. Anyway, so in order to make these, we need to make the glowy versions. And in order to make the glowy versions, we need the upgrade tokens, which is another star, plus this ZBQ-7. Wow. Did I say QBZ? Anyway, that is some lapis, diamonds, gold, and redstone. So yeah, you get 2 of those per craft. So I went ahead and I made 4 of the upgrade tokens. Now, each of these different armors require slightly different things. This one requires a gas tier. We had a few in the system, so we should be able to do this. So you craft that. It looks like it does not retain a charge at all. Okay. So we'll do the chest plate, which is a feather plus an upgrade token. There's this one. The next tier is, or I'm sorry, the next piece is a Battlesuit leggings. We need blaze powder in the upgrade token. Oh, we don't have blaze powder. Let us make some blaze powder real quick. There's that. There we go. That. And the leggings. Yep. All right. And then finally, we need to make the Battlesuit boots, which is glowstone dust and everything. There we go. Cool. Now, people were telling me that this particular set of armor actually does have a flight capability momentum, capability strength, capability flight. There we go. So I assume just putting on this piece alone. Yeah, that piece alone gives us the flight. Okay. And then this one has visibility, which I assume is night vision. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Zooms us out a little bit. That looks weird looking up with this FOV. So we got speed 3, haste 2, strength 2, and water breathing plus night vision, 11 seconds of that. So that's actually not so bad. I was thinking that the Battlesuit armor was all right. This is not so bad. So we will have to reevaluate our assumption of this armor. Giving it all the upgrades, that does complete the quest like we were supposed to have done. I'm just going to go ahead and pick a reward, and we're going to throw this off the edge because I don't deserve the reward twice. So we already got the reward for that, and goodbye, good reward bag. Although I'm sure there's probably people screaming, we want to see what was in the reward bag. Yeah, and this one's already complete. We can't pick one because we already won. We already completed it. Yep, so okay, so now we properly completed this quest line. I hate manually completing those quests. I didn't realize that I had to make this tier of the armor. I apologize. We got it all sorted. We have this tier of armor. Another question I had, or I guess people are saying that I spawned into this armor or whatever. No, you can make the Draconic armor specifically from this lower tier. I don't know if I can make one of these. Probably not. I think I just ran out of all the Draconium stuff. Let me go ahead and make one of these real quick. I don't know how many of these we need. Let's just make 8, 9, something like that. That should be more than enough. So I'll make one of these. Can we make this wyvern? No, we have to make this thing. There's that. Cool. And oh, we need the Zavicio. Let's make one of those real quick. All right. Whoop. Get off that screen. All right, so there's a Zavicio helmet right here. This will make our wyvern helmet. Right. So we can do that. Wyvern, and then we have to get the Battlesuit plates. So we have 26 of these. Let's go ahead and upgrade this. Like so. So there's the upgrade version. There is our Battlesuit helmet. Now you can use this to make the Draconic helmet. Just want to show you guys for those who might not know. Oh, we need to make a bunch of these. One. Oh no. Core. Let's make a bunch of those. Probably should have made like a stack And we can make 6. What are we out of? Gold. We're always running low on gold. We got it. Here we go. And there we go. Okay, so we have all the different pieces. You can see here that you can make the Draconic helmet from the unenchanted version of the Battlesuit helmet here. I'm not going to actually make it because we don't really need another one. So either one of these works in the recipe. Yeah, I made it with the lower tier. That's why I assumed that quest was broken, because it still allowed us to go to this point. And even in the NAI recipe for this thing, let's see. I don't think I can look at it right here. Let's do uses, or recipe, I mean, not uses. Yeah, it shows the glowy one, but the regular one worked. That's what got me confused, thinking they were both the same thing. This was just an enchanted version. I didn't realize this is like a tier 2 version, that we have the upgrade tokens and all this stuff. Anyway, we got it all sorted. We are good to go. So, this is all done. We have pretty much all of the Ascendant stuff done. We're just missing these two, and I guess this soul infused dark solarium. You know, I had a comment in the comments from last episode, that we were seeing bats in the Twilight Forest. I don't remember this, but I'm willing to go back to the Twilight. There's a lot of caves there. I know we just made the Magnum Torch. In fact, we should use that Magnum Torch and set it outside here along with our chunk loader, just to be doubly sure that nothing else will spawn. Well, we want to make sure it's far enough away from our mob trap that our mobs are still going to spawn. We probably want this thing, I don't know. We did some testing with this in Infinity Evolved, and this Magnum Torch, even though the description says that it only keeps mobs away in a 64 radius, it actually is 128 radius. That in that pack, that version of extra utilities, this thing was actually twice the size of what it says it is. So if that's the case, this probably will still be preventing mobs from spawning back here in the mob trap. I don't know if that is true or not. I'll just have to keep an eye on this. We don't want to have all of our mobs not spawning anymore because of that Magnum Torch. Yeah, I'll just keep an eye on it and make sure things are still spawning back there. But I was thinking we could put that Magnum Torch up on the roof of our house and just make sure we aren't spawning anything nearby in case I miss a spot for a torch or whatever. Not seeing anything spawn back there. It's not looking good. Anyway, let's go to the Twilight real quick then. Twilight. In fact, the Urbis might even have bats in there as well. Yeah, I think we're going to go here. I'm going to just go into some caves nearby, see if we can find ourselves some bats. If we can, we might do what I was going to do with that Magnum Torch. Just make, what are you? Molten Obsidian. Yeah, I might just, oh, there's a bat right there. Okay. I was going to make a dark room. Oh, getting these things, the hardest thing ever. Come here. Come here. Did I get it? Yeah, we got 3 bats now. Cool. So we got the soul vial for the bats. That's awesome. Another thing we might want to look at. Reaper. Oh, we got a thing. No, we didn't get a thing. What? Oh, you know what? You get that enchantment, I think, when a mob drops a mob soul. Do I not have a magnet on me? Did I put... Oh, that must be what I put away. Yeah, the... We're going to want the Reaper enchantment. I was under the impression that you would only get mob souls if you had Reaper, but that gave me the Reaper enchant, or the Reaper thing. What does this thing say? Acquire the soul of an unsuspecting mob. We don't have a mob soul, though, so I don't know why we got that enchant. I'm pretty sure you can only get Reaper or a mob soul if you have the Reaper enchantment. Look at this guy over here. What are you doing? Get out of here. Yeah, and I don't think we have the Reaper enchantment, so we shouldn't be getting that achievement. I don't know what that's about. But anyway, we now have that bat, which is going to allow us to make the jet plate. We needed the bat for the flying thing, the flight control unit. Yeah, we need a soul vial with a bat, with the flight control unit empty. That'll give us the standard one, so we can make this thing. That'll be cool. I might spawn in a few more bats. I might catch one with a safari net, spawn them in, and get up a few more soul vials for these things. I don't know how many more we're going to need. This stuff doesn't have EMC. These do. This doesn't. So if we have to make more of those in the future, we're definitely going to want some more bats. Anyway, let me get some crafting done, guys, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, so we should have everything together now, finally, for that jet plate. I just got back from the mining world. I spawned in a bunch of bats, and I caught them all with the soul vials, and I ran the soul vials through the soul binder. We did all the things we needed to do. So let's just go ahead and get this thing crafted up. Yeah, this took a minute to get all these pieces together. Lots and lots and lots of the armor goes into these. A lot more than what goes into the thermal expansion version of the jet plate. Yeah, this requires a lot of the armor. So anyway, we got this going on. I'm sorry, when I'm saying armor, I mean like the armor plating. Yeah, because you need a piece for this, and that has to be smelted with the dark steel and the electrical steel and the conductive iron, and that's made out of the silicon. Yeah, it takes a minute to make that. The wings require 3 of the conductive iron ones, and then this one requires some. Yeah, I had to make up a whole bunch of the armor plating things for that. But anyway, we got this thing done, which is awesome. So that should go ahead and fulfill this task. So we're going to get a chance cube, a full heart, and we're going to do right reward bag today. Let's do it. Reward bag. Get it. Titanium sword. We've had that so many times now. We don't need it. Let's just go ahead and put that away. We're not going to use that for flight at all. Maybe as a backup at some point, if we ever need a backup. I don't think we ever will, since we have the armor that all has soulbound on us. We should never run out of this stuff. Anyway, let's continue on with the quest. So this is done. So the last thing in this section of the book is the Hydro jetpack. It's an unnamed quest. Doesn't tell us anything about it in the quest book. Let's go ahead and create one of these. That's called a jetpack. So the jetpack, yeah, it's got to be this one right here from Mechanism. I have never used Mechanism before. Well, I've used it a little bit, very, very limitedly. I've never used a jetpack for Mechanism. I don't know how different this is. Oh, this requires a gas tank. You know what? We've never crafted this. I don't know if we have a thing. Okay. I believe that required pulverized iron in the center. Let's go and pulverize a piece. Like so. Boom. Got it. All right. So there's the jetpack. Does not appear to be filling with RF. No gas stored. Oh. Okay, so this somehow runs off of gas. And there's an armored version too. I don't know anything about this. I wish the quest book would tell me how to check it out and how to play with it. It doesn't. Anyway, well, we completed the crafting task. We've already got the Draconic armor. We're probably never going to need this particular piece. Yeah, anyway, we'll go ahead and put this away. We'll call that done. That's a good reward bag. But continuing on from there, we want Free Fall Plus is the next quest and the last quest of this section. Let's go ahead and bust this out real quick. So that's an atomic disassembler. You know, I think I've seen this in people's videos a while ago. I haven't seen that recently, but I think this is another one of those instant break tools. Yep. Let's go ahead and craft that up. All right, here we go. So there's an atomic disassembler that is filling with power. It holds 400,000 RF, it looks like, which is cool. Mode normal. Is there a way to switch modes? Shift right click. Mode toggle to slow 8. Fast 128. Vein off. Oh, this has got vein mine. Okay, well, I'm going to want to check this tool out. That seems like it's got a lot of cool and nifty features. I keep falling into that lake. What was the other thing that we needed to do for this quest? We wanted to make free runners. This looks like another sort of a jetpack. Energy stored, protection. Is that a jetpack or is that boots? Being called free runners makes me think those are boots, but I don't know. Let's go ahead and make one of these. That charges up like nothing. So can we stick these? Oh, those are boots. So what do these do? Maybe they got to be combined with something else. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe they prevent fall damage. I'm going to have to look it up on the wiki in order to get any further information from that. But anyway, we made these. I do want to check out this atomic disassembler. Let's head back to the mining world. So this says vein. Again, I ran past this thing. This says vein on it. I'm curious to see like how well this does vein mining. If that is in fact what that means. I assume it is. I don't know what else that would mean. So shift right click. We got mode toggle to off. We got mode toggle to normal. Okay, so that's just one at a time. Slow. Oh, that's brake speed. Okay. Then we got fast. Oh, there we go. There's instant brake. This is cool. This is about as fast as the Draconic Staff of Power was going, right? Let's try this. Yeah, that seems about the same speed as the Draconic Staff of Power, so that's really neat. And then we got Vane. I don't know what Vane does. Oh, okay. So I guess if it's not stone, it'll vein mine it. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. I like that. Yeah, I've never gotten a chance to use this one, but this would be a great, a great pick in a mod pack. When you didn't have Draconic Evolution, you don't have access to it. Yeah, this would be really, really neat. Or, for that matter, Tinker's Construct, right? I don't know why that's not vein mining diagonally. I like that. Anyway, that's a pretty cool tool. I do like it. But we have Vein Miner in this mod pack, unfortunately, so that kind of makes it a little obsoleted because of that specific mod that we have. We'll put those free runners away. I'm going to have to do some research on Mechanism and see what all these different things are. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really say in the description what it does. They go on your feet. That's all I know about them. Okay, so quest book. We have all of this done. That's 3 more chance cubes and a rate reward bag. Let's do it. The quest name Free Fall makes me think that those just negate falling damage. That would be my guess. I don't know, though. So good reward bag is going to be more of these Spectre blocks. And the greater reward bag is the crap reward of the sewage. Yep. We still haven't gotten like a super awesome reward. We did get that RF tools, like these dims. This was pretty awesome. Getting the Blizz Wither, Dimensional Shard Ore, and the Diamond Dimlet. I think this might be one of the best rewards we've seen. Well, at least a little bit later in the game anyway. Some of the earlier ones, even the ones that we've gotten multiple times, are pretty good at the start. But yeah, we've kind of gone past that. Let's go ahead and clean up our inventory a little bit. Cool. So this section is now done. We now have a section of the book, all quests complete. That feels good. The beginning alpha, yeah, we've almost reached the end of this one too. It looks like we have about 3 quests remaining. Let's go ahead and bust through these. So this wants us to make, it just says basic, wants us to make a basic smelting factory. Oh, you know what? Yeah, people are telling me Mechanism. I was saying how the furnace and the pulverizer from Mechanism were okay, even with the upgrades. And people are saying it's because I didn't make them into a factory, right? I don't know about this because I've never really used Mechanism. So basic smelting factory, this thing, yeah, check that out. That's the energized smelter with more stuff. Okay, here we go. So you can upgrade these, and the uses for this one, yeah, we can put more stuff in there. We can make an advanced smelting factory. And the uses for that, we can make an elite smelting factory. And I think that's the top tier. I don't think it goes higher than this. So I had no idea about these, that you could upgrade them this much. I assumed that since we could put the upgrades in there, it was just the one thing with the upgrades and that'd be it. But apparently there's different tiers. So that's good to know. So the basic smelting factory, we already have the other previous one, right? What is that? Energized smelter. Is that still out here? It might be. Osmium. Nope. Or maybe it just doesn't shift click in. Yeah, it just didn't shift click in for whatever reason. All right, so we'll do this. That's making the basic smelting factory. There we go. And that's charging up with power. Let's set this down. Let's see if it looks different from what I remember the previous one. Oh, okay. So this looks like it can do 3 items at a time. Well, that's interesting. I wonder if each tier allows more items at a time then. If that's the case, that makes this really, really unique and special then. Huh. Okay. So I wonder how fast that goes. I wonder if it's much faster if it just does 3 times as many. So it goes 3 times faster than the base. Yeah, it doesn't really appear to go fast, right? Maybe the upgrades make it go a lot faster. I don't know. But I'm kind of curious to move that up to the highest tier. Let me go ahead and do that. I'm going to craft that all the way up to the highest tier. There's also these advanced universal cables. Let's go and craft these up real quick before I start messing with the other thing. So that's the basic universal cables, which we've gotten an enriched alloy. which I do believe we have in the system. Yeah, there we go. So this, yeah, it does RF, EU, and joules. It says it has 51.2 KRF per tick, 51,000 RF per tick. That's not so bad. That's going to give us the reward of a chance cube and a reward bag. So we're getting a good reward bag from this, and that is okay. Well, this is definitely something different. Magmatic florb from with molten glass in it. Molten glass, huh? That's kind of cool, I guess. All right. Well, that's a different one. We haven't received that one previously. I'm not sure how useful molten glass is. I suppose we could get into the smeltery somehow, maybe. I guess we could throw those on the ground, use a fluid vac, pick it up into like a container, put it to the smeltery, and then like cast out blocks. I guess we don't really need in the smeltery, but anyway, let me go ahead and upgrade this thing to the highest tier because I'm curious now to see what that elite factory looks like, and we'll be right back, guys. All right, guys. Well, this is pretty cool. Yep, as expected, it does have more smelting slots. I had no idea. I've never used mechanism like this before. So we have 7 smelting slots. I went in and I installed in 8 of the energy upgrades and 8 of the speed upgrades. So this is the maximum, and we're also pulling power directly from a tesseract, so it shouldn't be running low on power at all. Oh, I was thinking I could space click those in there. I can't. Can I shift? Okay, we can do that. So there we go. That's some speed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's like doing 7 every second, something like that. That's not so bad. That's not so bad at all. In fact, that is pretty good. I don't know what these 2 slots down here are for. I'm sure it's got something. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I was just curious about what the factories look like, and now I know. And it looks like you can configure it so it all goes to one side, and you can do multiple at a time. I wonder. Transporter config. Strict input off. Strict input? Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if there's a way you can like distribute when it gets in one item, or you push it in the stack, or like evenly distribute them among all of these. I'm sure there's probably something like that in here. Auto sort. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. So that's pretty cool. I like this smelting factory. I hope in a future mod pack that I play, there's mechanism in there so I could give it a proper go through. Yeah, this doesn't have any EMC or anything like that on there, so that's kind of like a one-time making only. Anyway, let's continue on here. So our book wanted us to make this one. Oh, actually, that was part of the quest line. I didn't even look at that. Probably should have looked at that. And then the final one, yeah. Okay, so what it wants us to do is make these elite universal cables. So the elite universal cable is the advanced cables with the reinforced alloy. All right, so let's do that. All right, so here's elite, and those are 256,000 RF per tick. That's pretty awesome. Okay, so that should complete this quest. Let's go ahead and select this one. And we'll go and make the ultimate universal cables. Hopefully we have everything for it. We should. Yeah, we should have everything for this. There we go. Ultimate universal cables. That is 1.28 million RF or mega RF, whichever, per tick. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I like that. I like the fact that it converts EU, RF, and joules too. Mechanism really is a pretty good mod. Haven't really had too much experience with it, unfortunately. So we're getting a tier 3 chance pendant, a chance cube, and let's do a reward bag. Okay, so we have a legendary and a greater. So let's do the lesser of the two first. Get out here. Epic bacon. Well, okay. We can make that whenever, but still epic. And then a mad reward, 3.02% chance to get this reward. What is this? Anti-matter relay MK3? An energy collector MK3. Yeah, people were saying that I should make like the energy collectors and stuff from Project E. Really not sure how this works. It's doing something. I believe it gets power from the sun. Maybe it has to be daytime for it to get more power. I don't know. Let's go ahead and sleep till day and see if it goes faster. Well, it doesn't really appear to be doing anything. The little sun is lit up. I don't think that was lit up previously. I don't know what all these spots are for. It looks like... I'm sure we have to put an item somewhere and it'll start creating that item, or I really don't know. I'm just going to let it sit here and do its thing, though. And then we have the antimatter relay MK3, maximum output rate, 640 EMC a second. All right, let's set this down. Let's see what this does. Yeah, I'm going to have to learn about Project D because I don't know anything about these things. I really should learn about that, though, because I know, like, this is collecting EMC from the sun. Can I grab, like, a diamond or something and just stick it in there and see what happens? Experimentation time! I stick that here, there. I can't click it anywhere in here. So I'm not really sure. Maybe this thing just makes like red matter or something. We have the different fuels. It kind of's got the same symbols as these. Let's make a Mobius fuel. Oh. They made an alchemical coal block. Oh wait, it's doing something here. Okay, well, I'm going to let this thing do whatever it is that it's doing. Putting one of those in there made an alchemical coal block. What's the recipe of this? So 9 of those makes an alchemical coal block. And the uses of this, 4 of those makes the Mobius fuel. Anyway, I don't know what's going on. Let's wait for stuff to happen. We'll be back, guys. All right, guys, so while we're letting that energy collector do its collecting, I wanted to revisit the Draconic Staff of Power that we were talking about last episode. Now, I set the filter for this thing to be cobblestone. We don't have silk touch on this thing, so I would expect all the junk that we're getting that I don't want to be cobblestone, right? Well, as it turns out, that is not the case. The way the filter works is whatever the block is that you're mining before it converts it. So I assume if you didn't want redstone dust in your inventory clogging it up, you'd have to put a redstone ore in there. Anyway, without silk touch, it's pretty difficult to get all the different filters set the way you want. But let's just go ahead and show you guys this. So the inventory, I did put in a piece of stone here instead of cobblestone this time. And if I mine a 9x9x9 area, yeah, you can hear the clicking sound, but my inventory doesn't have any cobblestone and there's none of my feet. So it is in fact the case that the filter here has to be stone and not cobblestone, which confuses me. It doesn't make sense, really. I mean, I understand that's the block you're mining, but I would have expected this to be stone if you had silk touch and cobblestone if you didn't have silk touch. But no, that is not the case. Okay, so we got that cleared up. We got that figured out. In fact, what I should do, let's look up and let's set this thing from a 9x9x9 to a 1x1x1 so we don't accidentally the base. Yeah, that would be bad. So this energy collector thing, I was looking at this a little while ago. Yeah, check this out. So it's converted it to a Mobius fuel block. It did one cycle and it converted that whatever the block was previously into the Aethernalis fuel. I can't remember the name of this stuff. Let's go in here, fuel. It converted whatever that block was into this. And it looks like it's converted that into this, into a Mobius fuel block. I'm not sure what it's doing, to be honest. Yeah, this is kind of confusing me. Maybe it's upgrading it to the next tier. Let's look at fuel. Yeah, so we had this and upgraded to the block form of this, right? Oops. Back. Click. U. Did it turn into this before? I can't remember if it was this or not. So that's 18,432, and this is 8,000, and this one is... So maybe what it's doing is just upgrading to the next tier, to this one, and then maybe whatever the next tier up, maybe it's going to turn into this one next. I don't know. But it's definitely doing something, and it might just be converting all the stuff that's collecting into the next tier EMC unit of fuel. Honestly, I don't know. Like I said, I'm going to have to do some research on this mod and figure that out. But what I think we should do for the rest of this episode, we only got a few minutes remaining. Let's go ahead and take some of our chance cubes. Yeah, we got the tier 3 chance pendant. We're not going to do that. We're going to take some of our chance cubes. Let's try and make a few more of the giant chance cubes and see what we can get Well, at least 2 more. I think we have enough for, right? It's, how many do we need? 27 per? I guess we got enough for 1. I thought we had enough. Okay, you know what? I wasn't going to do this, but we're doing it. Okay, so there's 7 more. We have enough for 2 of those giant chance cubes. Let's go see what we can do here in the mining world back at our chance cube area. All right, guys, so here we go. Here is an almost completed giant chance cube. I've cleared my inventory of everything except for my armor. And 1 more chance cube for the other giant one that we're going to put together over here. All of our stuff is over there at that chest. Let's do it. Whoa, okay. TNT's going everywhere. Rip sheep! Run! Run sheep! Whoa! That's pretty awesome. Okay, so we had a fountain of TNT, and I think sheep didn't make it, guys. I don't think the sheep made it. All right, let's try another one. Do it! Oh, that one's got arrows too. Oh, and fireballs. What? That's pretty awesome. So it's slightly different. It looks like those fireballs are coming out and then kind of doing other things. Arrows, fireballs, TNT. That's pretty cool. All right, guys, we're going to go and wrap the episode up here for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on this episode if you did like it. If you guys know about that Project E stuff, let me know in the comments down below what it is in fact doing. I know people are saying that I need to make a lot of the EMC collector stuff, so we might look at doing some of that in the future. I'm not 100% sure on that. But yeah, guys, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.